I must say, I've never been invited onto a radio show before. I'm quite intrigued to see how this turns out.
Not that one. That sounds about right. And with the flick of this switch, we should be on the air.
Should?
I'm just filling in today.
I
Good
see.
evening, folks of Eastmouth. You can call me Esther, and tonight I will be your host. Solomon, my dear friend, is currently indisposed at the moment. And I've brought with me a most interesting guest tonight. Allow me to introduce Calvin Thimpleton, an editor and photographer for Eastern Crust.
It's good to be here. I've never been on the air before.
As most of you here in Eastmouth know, we've received the award for Garden and Home's yearly Quaintest Town in Maine award on 2 separate occasions. However, we've never received either of the awards that Eastern Crust is currently presiding over. And what town wouldn't want to win the title of Maine's 1968 Winter Wonderland?
It's quite the award. Lots of buzz, too. And I must say that Eastmouth has quite the shot at winning so far.
Well, we're glad to hear that. Our town's pride is second to none. From lobsters to more lobsters to local legends.
Local legends?
Quite a few, in fact. But there's another more pressing matter to address here. Tonight, a grungy little package was waiting for us here at the temple. No markings, a brown cardboard box, barely held together by duct tape. Someone was evidently in a hurry to give us something.
Could it be a late Christmas gift? I do love those.
Somehow I doubt that.
Well, spill the beans already. What's inside?
It's a piece of cardboard.
What? Give it here.
It's a poorly drawn series of numbered squares. Almost like a keyboard.
And a toothbrush head, too. What a crude and intriguing present.
Well, Eastmouth, I have received an unusual package, a makeshift cardboard game board, and the head of a new toothbrush. No note or instructions, though. I guess I can dig it.
Does this sort of thing happen often?
In a way, you could say that. Well, that was quite the groovy surprise, but I think it is about time that we got back to the scheduled programming.
Yes, all about Eastmouth and all about Eastern Crust. I think this might prove to be quite the endearing night.
The Eastmouth podcast is written, directed, and narrated by DC Tullis. Based on the world created by DC and JD Tullis.
Truly?
Totally.
It seems Eastmouth is another hidden trove of interesting history. The Lucy Olar Grande of the War of 1812, the cattle crises of the 1890s, the ghost of Willow Way, even. What? I think we've moved a little off topic.
I can do one better than that.
Better than what?
Than the ghost of Willow Way.
It's the festive season. Don't you think it's a little out of place here?
Ever heard of spooky old farmer McCleary?
I was hoping we'd get a chance to discuss the Eastern Crust and its humanitarian mission.
Oh, we will.
Well, all right. I'll humor you then.
Listen close, Eastmouth. You all surely remember the tale of old Farmer McCleary and his wife cloaked in her spidery black veil. In 1905, during an icy November, a series of farms sat a quarter-mile behind what is currently Horn's Bookshop. The lives of the farmers there were peaceful and boring for many years, until the first tragedy struck. Mrs. McCleary lured two neighboring farmers into their homestead under the guise of a casual lunch. Neither ever returned home. The families of the missing farmers and their neighbors grew suspicious of the McCleary's behavior once they stopped going to church and began to only tend their crops after it had gone dark. After a few too many drinks, a crowd of angry townsfolk demanded they be allowed to search the house. The McClearys were no match as the people burst through the front door and stormed through the house. Not even at the bottom of the cellar stairs, the townspeople had discovered the farmers hanging lifelessly from a series of rusty meat hooks. Much of their insides had been removed. To where they went, it's never been proven. There was little thought from the mob before old McCleary and his wife were given communal justice and disemboweled by their own pitchforks.
Oh dear.
The legend goes on to state that in 1922, before the farms were finally abandoned, torn down, and reclaimed by the forest, a group of schoolboys entered into the remnants of the McCleary house. Screams were heard echoing out into the humid summer air, but no one was certain of where they came from. The county sheriff was eventually called in, and after a thorough search of the area where the screams might have come from, the sheriff found the bodies of the boys in the cellar of the old McCleary farmhouse. One was hung from a meat hook, and the other two were disemboweled by a pitchfork.
I think I've heard enough of this. I'd rather we talk about...
It seems that Solomon must have left the phone lines on. I think we'll answer. This could be fun.
It'll certainly be easier on my stomach.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Esther and Calvin. Did you enjoy the story?
Did you enjoy the package I left for you?
It's interesting, but I'm not really sure what you were hoping for.
No, she's not involved. I'll get to it. Ever heard of Information, Please? It used to be quite the radio sensation.
No, I
Never
haven't.
caught it live myself, only reruns. But it's the model game show.
What does this have to do with your package?
I gave you a game board. Call it a present. I'll call it... Stop laughing. You'll hear from me soon enough. Pay attention if you know what's good for you.
Just what was that about? Should we be concerned?
No. Occasionally, radio shows get wrapped up in pranks. Some people just have an unpleasant sense of humor.
Yes. Quite. At the time, I'd thought it worth expunging the magazine's history and value and such, but now I rather think I should use my opportunity here as another influence on my decision. Though I can't promise I won't eventually get carried away.
That's so. Okay, what about Eastmouth that we haven't already talked about are you interested in learning?
I make it a criteria to see how each city's caroling is. I noticed a few examples around Christmas time, but I must say I was a little underwhelmed. Not enough fervor, I suppose.
Yes, our caroling is a bit of a disappointment. Only noticed 2 groups myself this year. I had dearly hoped our great town council would lead by example, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
I see. Frankly, I'm surprised you're so honest and forthcoming.
Honest as a singing mermaid.
don't think I've heard that expression before. Must be local.
Something like that.
And what if Christmas meant St. Gabriel? Truly, that's an essential part of Christmas cheer.
Don't have it here.
Eastmouth doesn't practice Christmas Mass? Surely you must be pulling my leg.
Nope.
Oh, bother. Well, I'll get out to it tomorrow, but what of the lights? Do they extend to the asylum or the... Are you expecting a visitor?
No, I'm not.
Unlock the door, won't you?
Oh, golly. Get down. Maybe whoever it is won't see us.
Does this have something to do with the call?
I don't know.
He's looking through the window, and... He was there just a second ago.
It's probably just a prank. I'm gonna go check it out.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'll be fine. I think.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that to work so well.
A joke? You nearly gave me a heart attack.
Chill out. It was all my idea.
How unprofessional. This truly is an oddity of a town. If I may ask, who are you and why are you also wearing a mask?
Who am I? I'm the great nobody. That answers both questions, right?
Teenagers.
Just a reminder, dear listeners, the phones are open. This is a once-in-a-lifetime interview, and if you would like to speak to Calvin Thimbleton, an editor and photographer for Eastern Crest magazine, just pick up the phone and give us a call. Now's your time to shine, Calvin. What would you like to tell us about the magazine?
Finally. Well, you see, there...
Oh! There's a blinking light.
Oh, sorry, Calvin, but we've got a caller. And you're on the air. By the way, that call you set up earlier really helped with the dramatic effect.
Call?
Wait,
The game is about to begin, my sweet.
if you're not, who is this?
Edward by birth, but you can call me the Inquisitor. It's got quite the ring to it. Stop laughing. I can end it myself.
We're not laughing.
I wasn't talking to you. Where was I? Oh, right. What a game it is. That game board you've got, each square denotes a question and a possible victim. You'll use the toothbrush head as your game piece, answering questions and deciding fates.
What is this? Some kind of prank?
Maybe it's revenge. A dish best served cold. Trite. Even as it is, who'd want to eat a cold meal? Maybe it's justice. Maybe it's just fun.
What does this have to do with revenge?
Another player. That'll spice things up a bit. To be fair to myself, though, I think I'll dock your bank.
Bank?
The crux of the game, that is. You'll now start with $20. Each question won is worth nothing, but each question missed will drain your bank by $5. If your bank account is empty, you'll get to hear the wonderful sounds that the vocal cords produce when confronted with shrinking organs and burning nerves. What game?
If you're being serious, then you're completely bent.
Good luck. I'll call again with the first question. Miss it, and you lose.
Shit. This can't be happening.
This has got to be a prank of sorts.
But what if it isn't? Eastmouth is just weird enough that something like that might actually happen.
What? Why? It's just a scenic, beautiful town like any other.
You haven't seen anything, dude. Looks like he's already going. Let's hope he's just some sick bastard with nothing better to do. You're live and on the air.
I didn't want to make this call, but I know someone who works at the Markham Mental Hospital, and the situation doesn't look good.
What updates have you got for us?
The police have already been notified and are on their way, but Eddie Vyukarik has escaped from his cell. It was only discovered about 45 minutes ago.
Eddie? That Eddie? Oh, golly.
Eddie? I haven't heard of his story.
He lived over in Baileyville, not too far from here, about 7 years ago. His father hung himself, leaving an unemployed 22-year-old Eddie alone in the house. When a construction company acquired the land and was set to demolish it, he murdered the foreman and tried to burn the company owner's house down with him still inside it.
No, this has got to be a prank. You're kidding, right? This can't happen to upstanding citizens.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not making this up.
Oh dear. This was not the night that I expected.
Shove it. Are you certain Eddie was the same person that called us? Maybe Calvin's right. Couldn't it just be a prank?
Maybe, but it sounded like him, all right. My friend would recognize that voice anywhere. Eddie wouldn't shut up about finding some way to fulfill a cat. It was just, with his consistently perfect behavior, nobody took him that seriously till now. If I were you... Oh, fudge. I gotta get back to my shift. But the police are on their way. Be very careful.
What are we gonna do?
Pick up the phone again. We've got another caller. You're on the air. Say hello, whoever's listening.
You know, with my time here, I've had quite the opportunity to learn about Eastmouth. So let's start with a fairly easy but obscure question, why don't we? On what year did Eastmouth establish its first democratically elected town council?
What kind of question is that?
Oh, I know. That was 1831.
Final answer?
Oh, wait.
Yes!
Correct. You still got your full bank. Move your piece to the second square.
Did you have someone you were planning to kill on the square?
No questions about the integrity. None about the righteousness.
What?
Next question, Piggy. We'll play a little harder. Did Thomas Michaud murder his wife?
Michaud?
A founder of Eastmouth. Did he or did he not?
Caleb?
I don't know.
Can we allow guests to call in and help?
Never. That would defeat the fun. You see, Eastmouth is now part of this game, but that doesn't mean they can play.
Shit. What happens if we don't know? We lose $5, correct?
Yes.
Anyone?
I don't even live here.
We don't know. Fine. Screw it. He did. Final answer.
Shame, there goes another $5 from your bank. Move the game piece.
How do you even know these questions?
Inside those cold, grim walls, there was a library. It talked to me, educated me, and if I was a good boy, it would even keep my friends away for a time. On to the next. Is bribery legal in Eastmouth?
What? No.
Hold on. This could be a trick question.
What kind of town would this be if bribery was legal? The answer is no. Final answer, and dare I add that was a most ludicrous question.
False. Tell that to my father's corpse. You shut up. Shut up. Slip my damn 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. awfully close to a life on the line.
You aren't serious, right? We still have no proof that you're not just busting our balls.
Tell the hard had cats.
Cats?
And your next question. I love this game. What was the first year of Eastmouth's renowned lobster festival?
That's official information, isn't it?
I think.
Can I answer myself?
Why, of course.
Stop.
1887. That's my final answer.
Wrong, wrongity wrong. Down to $5 now. Move those beautiful bristles. You're not much of an expert, are you?
Son of a bitch. It's 1884, right?
Correct. Seems there's an ounce of brain power there.
But the official documents list that year.
I heard my mother mention it once. 1887 was when it became officially recognized by the council, but 1884 was the actual start.
Oh, golly.
Piss poor job, if you ask me. One more question will decide whether you save a man's life, fourth square and all.
Delay him. That woman said the police are on their way.
No, yes, no, yes, that's the bottle. I'll hurry it up, you damned feline. No need to whisper. Of course the authorities are coming. All too late for that now, though. Dear contestants, this question will determine a man's fate. You see, I've got Mr. Silverstein all tied up. Shame about his involvement with the construction. Really ought to have chosen a better job.
Wait, Silverstein? Dan Silverstein? No! Stop! Why?
Why, what? I'll do you one better. Why do I have an obligation to tell you anything, you little flesh bag? I don't. Next question. For the grand prize of not setting this kerosene-soaked fool on fire, which famous jazz musician had a father that was born in Eastmouth? You've got a minute before I offer his charred corpse to Apollo.
Shit! Why do this? Why couldn't Solomon be here tonight?
Quiet! I need to think.
Is it
No, shut up! You already screwed it up!
Johnny Gimbel's father was born here in 1896. Final answer.
No!
It doesn't matter. Oh, shut up. I haven't failed yet. You were much kinder with that rope around your neck. You got lucky. That bottle was unlit. Have fun finding him. Hopefully he doesn't set himself on fire. I'll be in touch briefly.
Deep breaths.
Where are the police? If this isn't a prank, we'd get a call about them, right? Maybe this is all some kind of joke?
Stop it! We're getting snowed in again. Who knows how long it'll take them to show up? Even if they did, would they really want to call the show? Wouldn't that just warn him? Maybe it's a prank. But what if it isn't? Could you really have these deaths on your conscience?
You picked a bad day to come on the show.
It seems as if that is the case.
And here he is again. You're live and on the air.
That doesn't sound like him.
No, it does not.
You see, me and old Sammy were by the shore and I saw this car speeding off into the distance. right out of the warehouse.
Wait. Really?
Thought it mighty strange at this hour, so's I found my way in there, and I see this Silverstein guy was all tied up and stuff.
I'm breathing. Somehow.
Oh, thank God. You're not hurt, are you?
I got an aching headache and all, but I should be fine. Gave me quite the fright, though.
How are you connected to this guy? I know you've just been through a traumatic experience, but please, why you?
You want to swig of this drinky drink, Danny boy?
No, thanks. I can't say for sure, but I used to work construction and all. He said something about that. I don't know. Maybe it's related? I mean, I knew who the guy was. Tried to burn down Cosgrove's house, but I didn't really see how that related to...
Oh no.
What?
We've got enough spaces on the game board for another victim or two. Where does Aldo live?
I knew where he lived before it was burned, but would he really?
We're getting another call, but I'm sorry. We have to switch over.
I understand.
I see you've been making friends in the brief time that I've been gone.
Screw you.
Now, that's... Fine, I'll get to it.
Go.
Quiet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. If the fuzz are on their way, I will need to speed this up. The next question may or may not determine a life. We'll find out.
Just give us the damned question.
Very well, kitten. What was the name of the British ship that the Eastmouth Lighthouse grounded on the rocks during the War of 1812?
The shark. Final answer.
That seems to have been too easy.
I've got a good memory.
Seems that you do.
So, who was the potential victim?
Victim? No one. I just wanted to play with you. It seems that you've made it to the last square. Let's try this again.
So, what's the last question?
You know, I'm now using a car phone. Wondrous things. And I'm hidden quite well now. Right next to the location of the final round. Winner takes all.
Just get on with it.
Very well. We're a bit too far away to properly hear him, so let's remove some tape.
Where are we? What do you want?
A wondrous place, of course. Full of magic. I can't do this. You know you're going to die, right? I'll transfer all my sins onto you and seal you real good.
Why? I've got money. I can help you.
What was...
Indeed. That's what got you into this damn mess. Great. Okay. No, it's not like... See, you fucking ruined me. My father hangs himself, and you with your fucking greed scam your way into a contract. Fuck your wealth, fuck your flesh, fuck your company. And your parks, and I was left with nothing but my friends. Oh my wonderful friends. You're still breathing, right?
Yes.
Okay, next question. The lethal final round. This'll sure be quite the scorching question. What was my father's name?
There's no way we can know that.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Shut up and answer the goddamn question. You got 30 seconds.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything.
Just shut up. Let us think.
I don't know.
Norman, you didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Norman!
No. 1, 2, that's cheating. He helped you.
You never specified that rule. You only said we couldn't get help from another caller. He's on the same line.
Oh, no, you can't deprive me of this. No, stop it, Daddy. It's not my fault. No, I'm fucking killing myself. 1, 3. And not you too, Kitty. Animal.
What is that?
Don't try to trick. No. So cool in its eyes. 3 golden gemstones. Wait, shut up. No, stop. Stay back. Kitty.
I'm not sure how to process that.
Well, I'll be going now. I don't want anything more to do with this town.
All that matters is that they're alive. I hope at least.
No, stop. This isn't normal. This isn't the Founding Fathers way. This isn't the New Hampshire way. This isn't even the Rhode Island way.
Just shut up for once, you damn prick.
You're not getting a single blasted cent of the reward. Eastmouth will never be featured in Eastern Crust, ever.
You know what? On behalf of all of Eastmouth, take your ass and get it out of town. Or else.
But
now!
expect a negative review from me. Good night.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure what to say, Eastmouth, other than I think it's over. I really hope it's over.
No thanks to the police.
I need a break, citizens of Eastmouth. I don't think I expected how taxing this job could be. I'll be outside.
I think we all need to take a breath. Just breathe with me. Okay? Now that it's just you and me, Eastmouth, it's time to play some music. Get in that relaxed mood, right? I think it's done. And as someone who's dealt with enough weird stuff here already, I think we all need some relief. This is not your host, Eastmouth. Hopefully you get a good night's sleep and catch up on the details tomorrow. But for now, here's some tunes.